QFX. Text to speech now. But I hit rival on healing on the paladin. I was healing Zerix, his Windwalker. Trying to find the stream. I'll get that stuff set up. It's just, Buffer Chair, what's up? Another person online. Live and in action. Live and in action. Yes, it is. It is live and in action. There we go. There we go. All right. Second. This isn't right. Properties. There we go. There we go. Got some music. Shurimiya. Shurimiya saved me today. DaVinci Resolve. Whew. That was rough. Taking the afternoon off painting, but this stream will give me the itch. The broken color of the house. What do you mean the broken color? Like the color in the house, like in the whites? Should add a little man in the window. I'll put my Warcraft character in there. Oh, it would be so bad if I did that. This is when I was level 70. Oh. I chose the next Raymith gear. It's the Cobalt Blue. You're my boy, Cobalt Blue. You're my boy, Blue. Blue. Shurimiya helped me today with DaVinci Resolve. A technical issue I won't get into. It was maddening. It was literally, I've been trying to figure this out probably for a month. Everything was out of sync. It's horrible. That's horrible. It's horrible. Tommy no likey. The color in the whites, yes. The color in the whites. Thank you. Good. Let's go, Scrappy Art. What's up, man? And that's the correct term. Broken color or color variation? Color variation. Broken color, probably. The walls in Vermeer's paintings. Screams from a window, let me out! Another butt for chair. We got the zoomed in camera today, obviously. So I can zoom it out if I want. If I want, but only if I want. So I have my cool and the warm, as you can see. Those are the colors. And I'll mix between them, but I separated the two instead of just having one pile. And because in the lights, it gets a little bit, it's very obvious when you put color into the lights. Is Cobalt Blue dangerous? I totally have some. I like Cobalt Blue. I like like this right here is Cobalt Blue. See that? Yeah, y'all can see that a little bit. Cobalt Blue is solid. Dangerous mean like, if it gets on you? Oh, I don't know. Synthetic cobalt, I think. Be a man, shutting me be a man! Actually, mix the dark really quick. Darker. Here we go. This one, since it's a little bit darker, I'm going to go with the ultramarine blue. I'm just making a gray with yellow, red, and blue. There we go. Take some of that red in. It really wants to get in there. There we go. It's actually quite nice. Might make it a little bit darker though. Let's go for a little bit more blue. A little bit more than that. A little bit of yellow and red. A little bit more red. There we go. And I don't mind if it stays. Let's warm it up just a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit of red. There we go. It's a nice gray. A little bit darker. On the cooler side. Life! Life! No. I didn't use any medium. That's the Rublev. Rublev. Permanence white. Pink gloves to wear when painting now. Real men die horrible. Yeah, I'll prove it. You ready for the big patch day? When? Is it a patch day? Is today Wednesday? Tuesday? I've noticed I'm slightly having an easier time capturing the barg outline, size, proportions, kind of. Your work is improving, and that's the power of bargs. It's the power. It's the power of bargs. I heard a sound. Probably not good. OBS Studio disconnected. Reconnecting. Reconnection successful. Did we disconnect? Gears, what's up? Why does this say I disconnected? How'd that happen? You only need to press one button for the full GPS rotation with the combat assistant. Power of love. It's the power of barg love. Somebody say biceps. If yeah. You keep disconnecting really quick. I do. I froze. I'm not plugged in. Am I? This shouldn't be happening. Fresh. I don't understand why that happens. Yeah, let me know if that happened again. I heard a sound. The computer sound like doo-doo in my ear, so in my ear I heard it. I heard the sound in my earbud. And it said it was reconnecting, so going with the shadow. Let's see this. Gotcha. Okay. That's stupid. I got it. It's good now. The whole internet company was down yesterday, so I thought it was happening again. I'm on the Wi-Fi, because remember when I like plug it in, it doesn't work for some reason, which is weird. I plug it directly in, it does not work. The power of the painting aura. Just kind of spreading the color around. We'll keep variations of the color and the light and dark value in here. And yeah, I am kind of making this up because y'all have seen the reference photo is awful. It's absolutely horrible. So I'm having to add some of this color in just to make it look better. As I do with everything these days. Or the Ethernet port really shutting me. Paris, what's up? Shut up, QFX. What else do you spread? Say your butt cheeks. Say your butt cheeks. Please say your butt cheeks. That's what you're thinking, sicko. Very high class in the stream. Cool it down. Lighten it up some. Just a little bit in some places. Fine. I think I like the color variation because what should he normally so right, I'm almost touching the painting, so you see where I am in this camera right here that I'm looking at. He normally sits about right here to look at it, and his eyes should blend the color and it should look more colorful that way. Now if he says just go ahead and make it white, I'm gonna say no, I'm not. I'm just gonna tell him no. Saying that really to confirm or affirm myself because I really don't want to. I can't tell what color that is. Is this even? What is this? Is that black? I'm gonna make it red-ish. Yeah, I don't want to make it, actually, that's not what I want. Come down here. Let's try this. See what I'm doing. I'm using ultramarine blue because I feel like it's going to work a little bit better than ivory black. It seems like it gets a little bit closer to alizarin crimson for me than using ivory black does, which is what I want for the shutters. Yeah, thanks, showing me the red. Yeah. Do you listen to your client too much? Oh, I listen to him too much? I know. I probably do, but no, I mean, I have to. Gotta listen to him. And to be honest with you, he's not nearly as bad as I've had before. Good. He is not nearly as bad. I am not kidding. I've told y'all stories before. Stuff like they want me to morph something in a face, give them wrinkles, and then take the wrinkles out because they don't like them after I said you won't like it. And then they make me put it back in, like going literally back and forth between the two as if it's just like, hey, can you flip to slide A, slide B? Okay, back to slide A. I've had that happen before. It's absolutely horrible. If I use color variation, it should only be done on one area of the painting, or could we use it everywhere? I would use it everywhere, but to varying degrees. So you're gonna have it less, for example, in the shadows, but you can still put it in the shadows. But there's gonna be a lot of light in this one, so I'm gonna put color variation in. And you want area color variation and then broad color variation, right? So broad would be like the greens contrasting the shutters. Obviously, like within here you have orange and blues contrasting each other. I haven't really done red and green contrasting because you have that here, 1, 2. And then you're gonna have a broader would be like the overall field value of this, even though there's cools in here, this is a little bit more warm, which was by design for the house because I want the house kind of glow a little bit compared to what we have. So you have the blue, which will be contrasting the house. So that should pop it out some. They should play off each other. Because for example, if I went and put like this, say it was like a very warm sky, this would actually look very cool, right? Do y'all remember that video I did of chroma and like contrasting? I did like, you know, how to make a green look more green. I think it was a lemon. I think the video was of a lemon, I think. It's like that. So you have the field color and you have the fields overall, and then you have the individual. She's gonna ask for black outlines. Did you see what I posted in general in Pure Genius? No. What did you post? Because I want to try to stick to the painting right now, but I am curious. Beautiful work, GFX. I would have believed it if it wasn't for Kryn. You know, I don't know what y'all are talking. I remember that video, but I got distracted by the lemon. How did the lemon distract you? So y'all are trying to get me to go see General, and I really want to just stay here and paint. It was pretty. I looked at the warmest part of it. I remember the warm lemon part and nothing else about the video. Oh, cool. I mean, that's actually a compliment. He's showing me, I was talking to you earlier about this. I really want to be doing more of that stuff. And I've said this for a long time. It's mainly trying to get this commission work done because I am behind. So let's get this done. We're in business, man. This comes up just a little bit. Soften that. This dry brush. See, I don't think y'all can tell, but that graded out. And so if you don't want it grayed out, you just go in with a separate value. Mix the color, mix the how light or dark it is, put some color into it, and that'll solve it. But it takes work. I don't want to do work. I'm lazy. Lazy. Warm it up just a little bit. There we go. And we come in. Put that in. Lift this up a little bit. Come in on the opposite side. Ooh. 6. Self-portrait. My self-portrait would just be a very detailed painting of my ass. That would be my self-portrait. He's rank 1. Tell him screw him. Okay, and tell him to stay out of 2s, by the way, so it doesn't push me down. Tell him that. It's pretty. I looked at the warmest part. No need to look in general now. You can later. Okay. There's never enough time to paint what you want to paint. You are correct. Zerx chimed in. Best part about rank 1 is you get to keep the title. How do you keep from getting paint all over yourself? Well, sometimes I do get paint on myself. I don't know, because I've never really, for the most part, I haven't had a hard time with that. So normally if you have a hard time with something, you develop strategies to get out of it, but I don't know. I mean, I make sure to, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, here's my palette set up here, and I have this napkin, so if ever I have anything, you know, I try to keep this clean. I try to just, I guess, pay attention to everything, and then I've worked very hard to, like, okay, so in paint, a lot of it, it's not just what you do here, it's you got to focus on your palette and your brush organization, like organizing your brushes, right? So holding your brushes a certain way. You got your napkin. I have my palette knife tucked underneath my pinky right here. You see that? That's the palette knife. So if I ever need it, I have everything right here. And then my colors are extremely organized. I go from dark to light, and then I have different rows of color. So you have your greens. This is not as organized. It doesn't look as organized, but actually is. So we have, like, I know it's kind of hard to see, but this line right here are the grays of the house. And then this is actually, they were skin tones from another painting, but you can use it for dirt or trees or whatever. But really, I'm just using this one right here, which is, sorry, I should be so like using this right here. But you see how, like, I have it all lined up, and as long as, like, this part right here doesn't come too close, like sometimes I might, you know, when mixing, get some paint or something on me. You just want to keep everything away from your hands there. I don't know. I'm just trying to articulate this for you. Because, you know, every once in a while I'll get stuff on me, but it's very rare that it happens. And You know, I try not to. I see a lot of people put the paint all the way to the edges, and you're gonna get stuff on you when you do that. Like some of my shirts have this like black, like one or two have like a black stain because of my black right there, and I got maybe too close or something. But I try to keep the paint within the palette, right? Just small little things that I guess I don't think about. I hope that answers your question. And for the most part, the oil paint that I use is not very runny, and so it's easy to control. The runniest one is this. This is Rublev, and it's very pasty. Look at this. You know, it's very pasty. See, it's kind of hanging. It's like a booger that won't quit. So here, I just like, you know, I'm just careful with it, I guess. I don't know. Look, rating inflation to the end is going to force him to keep pumping. 3. He's top 3. That's really good. It was 1, but 3 dropped 50 points on his alt. Going to lose a ton of retail action. Show a paint tube. The part that gets the most paint on you is definitely opening paint tubes. Oh yeah, so that's the other thing. Like in the beginning, every once in a while I'll go through and kind of wipe the paint tubes off. I put the paint down, but then before I touch my brushes, I'll, you know, hold a paper towel, get all the paint off, or I'll go to the bathroom and wash my hands, and then I come back and paint. So whenever I handle the paint tubes and stuff, I'm extremely careful with that. Because the worst thing is when you start spreading the paint, right? And you're like, where's it coming from? Whoops. How do I get this back? There we go. I get entertained by everything. Like 1% damage increase. Start a new hunter today and only use the 1 button BS and queue up. So it's good. Just stay out 2s because I don't want to fight you in 2s. Hunter really is the way. Everything else is too try hard. There's a lot of counters for hunters, but against mages, they just destroy them. It's horrible. Okay. You guys are distracting me as usual. Slowing me up. All right. We're going to soften the windowsills a little bit, or the shutters. So we're working the edges. This is drawing 101. Drawing. This is what I'm always telling you to do. Learn to draw, but I like painting. I don't want to draw. I don't like doing bars. It's too hard. And then next sentence. Why can't I draw? You got to do bars. You got to do bars. I got ultramarine blue everywhere. One day it turned out I sat on it. I've done that. It's been so bad, like, I remember, actually I didn't do this, but one of my friends took it into the car once. Took it in my car. And I ended up cleaning it. It was horrible. It was horrible. So here's the thing with this too. It looks like I'm nitpicking on the camera here, but in reality I'm really working the edges and trying to get the right touch on it so it looks attractive. So I might get it in the right shape. Most of the time it's not, and I'm having to correct that. But you can get it in the right shape, but then you got to work the edges, and that obviously it can be very tricky in paint. So this is why I'm trying to tell you all how to do it. So I'm coming in with a flat head. You know what? The number doesn't matter. It's small. Okay? Every number is different. It's small. It's 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Then I'm gonna come in. Let's go with a little bit darker. There, what do we want? Okay. Somewhere around here. Cool it off some. Wait a second, that's gonna have to drop a little bit more, and the angle's wrong. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's a lot we have to, it's not even painted that well there, jeez. I gotta get this angle correct, something like that, and then I have to, like that. And then this piece, that angle seems correct, but it needs to come up some. I'm going to bring this in a little bit so I can cut it back out with the window color. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit as well. You know, always shift it back up with the window color. And then let's put some color variation in there, because I kind of lost it with this. Something like that. Okay. Bring it back up some. Somewhere around here. Right there. Use the edge of the brush to cut the top piece. It's like, it's really about taking your time. And I mess up so much, but that's why I'm constantly going back and trying to correct it. I think his name is really Flathead. Flat? Yeah, Flats. Flat brush. Have you ever entered contests? Me? I should, but I haven't. I think is Bright, but I'm not sure. You pumping with Gun Club now? How did you know? Me, Zerx, and Gun Club actually played together in threes. We did okay. We're not used to threes. Threes is very difficult. He does want clouds, but for chair, but I haven't put them in yet. The penis is still up in the sky, by the way. Is it dry? It's dry. Which means we have to paint over it. I actually meant to take that out, and I forgot. Minor setback. Ron, what's up? Thank you. He plays a Shadow Priest. They're gonna X-ray it someday and he'll be like, wait, is that dick in the sky? I don't know if my work will ever get X-rayed. Unless I specifically ask them to, maybe. X-ray it. Trust me, I'll make it worth your time. I'll put a note on the painting. instead of a painting explanation. The giant cock. So funny watching people paint. I always like, oh, this looks easy. I could do that before I realize I can't even draw a door with a pencil. Yeah, that's how it is, man. I was thinking about this because I don't really watch streams a lot. And I watched Finruki play the other day. In fact, when I was painting, this was like, I think on a Friday or something. And I was thinking to myself, he makes it look easy. Because I go in there and I can't do half the stuff that he does. But like whenever you watch somebody who knows what they're doing, it's like that. What you don't see are all the times where they're like, they've given up on life. But they keep it to themselves for the most part, unless the breakdown's spectacular, which that does happen too. Those are entertaining. I'm sure I provided some of those, and I might in the future on camera. But it's very difficult. It is obvious. It's very hard. Painting is, but it is drawing, and a lot of it's drawing experience and lots of brain power, which I have plenty of. I don't like how sharp that is. Yeah, Bob Ross is so good, performative, I think. You need espresso. I woke up at like 6, couldn't sleep. Clause, to be X-rayed in the year 2040 if you piss me off. Running Mage Shadow Ardruid or DK Shadow Ardruid. I think we tried both. But we were doing Mage at first, but I wasn't playing well. I was missing a lot of things. Gun Club goes in and just does solid DPS and damage. I try to... I really think I hold them back quite a bit because I'm just not used to it. It's very frustrating, actually, because I see all these things that I'm missing, and it loses us the game. It's very frustrating. So, but in my defense, it's also, I don't think a lot of people are playing, and I'm not used to 3s. So it's kind of, and most of the people there are just like way higher rated than us. Like I've never hit duelist before. Yeah, Bob Ross was like, yeah, he's awesome. You said it right. He made it like available to everybody. It was fun to watch him because everything happened very quickly. And there are people who can do stuff like that very quickly. I'm not used to houses though. I don't know. I'm using a spiked lavender oil for Imprimatura, then lean medium for the next layer, followed by the fat medium, and then linseed oil. Where would something like Galkite fit into that mix? I wish that I could help you, but I don't know. That I don't know. I keep it very simple. I'm just using walnut oil, to be honest with you. And I try not to use a lot of mediums because it can cause cracking and all sorts of stuff down the road. So I try to keep the pigments as pure as possible. Walnut oil is good. It doesn't bind as easily as linseed oil does. But I don't see that as a problem. It's not that like I paint extremely thick, but walnut oil will yellow much less over time. So that's what I'm looking at. I wish I could help you there, but I can't. We have some people who might be able to help you. Jeff in our Discord might be able to help because he's very good at mixtures, better than I am. He knows more about that stuff than I do. Alter Time bit I sent you. I didn't see it. When did you send me that? At the end of the day, all about the fun you have with the people playing higher ratings kind of only gets your harder matches now. Longer queues, I guess. I don't think I'll ever have that problem because I'm not going to be up that high. What's everyone's favorite subject to draw or paint? I'm interested. Sorry, I don't play WoW, so I have nothing to add to that conversation. Rom, that's a good thing. Don't worry about it. We have nerds in here, including myself, so it kind of stems off to that. But my favorite thing, I want to be doing some work for like some beautiful paintings of like mythology, or for churches, multi-figurative scenes, stuff like that. Very beautiful. I have a feeling I think Galkite is fat, but it's fast drying. I have a feeling as soon as the cameras were off, old Bob Ross would beat the devil out of people with this paintbrush. What is in the flat medium? Send it to you. Okay. Oh, you did? Okay, Gears, what did you say? So I'm not going back and forth because I want to keep on painting. But what did you say about Alter Time? I know that they made it so that it doesn't heal you up as much. Are they making another change to it? You don't use it near enough and need to use it on cooldown. As like, okay, like mobility. Okay, you sent me something a long time ago which really helped. And that was Finruku's video on how to kite. And so ever since then I've been using that, but not on cooldown. So you're right. You're right. Good. For the linseed oil. And I'll look at what you sent. I might have missed it. I probably missed it. It's really interesting because of the fantasy aspect and the portraits. Oh yeah, I love elves. I use Galkide before the linseed. My favorite subjects are birds. Wait, you would use Galkide before linseed oil, but I don't know what is the fat medium. You like birds, Rom? Frost DK Hunter heal juiced? I would think it is. I would think. It would be insane. Renee, what's up? Last 24 games combined, you only used Alter 3 total? Me? How can you tell? Well, lean fat magnesium. Just something you could leverage more to improve your gameplay. That's actually really helpful. I will definitely do that. I will. So this is what I need. Makes sense. I feel like I used to use it more. But you use it as a kiting tool, right? Oh, gotcha. You look back to the games? Okay. Gotcha. That's actually a big deal. So one of the problems that I have is that sometimes I'll use it, and because it does not return all your health, because they put it on DR and it's like 50% returned, and then DR, or not DR, but dampening in addition to that. I've done it before where I've like set it, and then Zerx heals me to almost full, and then it goes off, and I lose that health. So I've been a little bit more hesitant for that reason, but I know that I still need to be using that. Okay, let's go ahead and start painting. That window sucks. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to blur it. This should blur out okay. Just a little bit. Soften that. Soften this. Slowly. There we go. That's better. Go up and yeah. What I'm gonna do this, cool it off just a little bit. Thin it out some because I want it very thin. Shadows. Cool it off a little bit more. Okay. I think that's okay. I'm gonna kind of brush this in, really scrub this one in. Don't mind, it's almost like I'm just glazing it on. And I'm putting a base down, but I'm gonna put some warms and cools in this. I'm gonna push the cools a little bit in some areas, and I'll start pulling the warms out as well. There, and then let's do the same here. Bring this over. Thin this out, pull the paint. Now I'm going to come in with a little bit of color variation in it. Just a little bit. The other side, a little bit more. There we go. And then let's do a little bit over here. Something like that, just subtle things. Okay. Since Galkite is faster drawing, I would say use the middle layer. The top one will dry slowly. Kiting, or if you're going to push in, or if they touch you, anytime anything dangerous might happen, it's not just a defensive but a deterrent and getaway. You're correct. You just need a cancel or alter macro and pay attention to it. I think it's best after the lean medium. I need to get the cancel because normally I manually click it off, which sometimes I click off things that I don't want, but that's very rare. I normally get it, but yeah, I need a cancel. Like one game, Fault Demo, Shadow Priest or something, you can alter time or go run in and start pumping, and if they swap to you, alter back. So most of the time when I alter time, the Shadow Priest will like try to steal it. I think Shadow Priest can do that. They can just purge it off, right? I saw someone use a huge icon in the middle of the other screen whenever heal is in CC. That seems useful. Yeah. What do you think of the getting rid of add-ons thing? Especially Mage can shimmer pretty quick to pillar to line of sight. Yeah. I think people have different opinions on Galkide. Yeah, see, I don't really use Galkide. All right, now, it's a little bit darker, and let me change the music up some, because it just ended. Give me a sec, give me a sec. Problem is I can't really see what I'm doing. Still, but if you're doing it consistently, they're losing DPS time. You're right. I've noticed that when I've done it too. I hope their UI isn't shit. Their UI is always shit, but the idea is good. I think add-ons have too much power, and wow, yeah, lag us out. I think it sucks for all the infinite CC classes. It's kind of great for the classes that have limited. the CC class, like my thoughts on that, because CC is out of control, but that's by their design. So if they're not going, that's horrible what I did, by the way, just now. So if they're going to remove all that stuff, they need to, and if they still have it playing where we need to CC, otherwise we're not viable, then that's a problem, because that's a huge nerf on us. Like with my Death Knight, I'm not going, like CC is not as big of a deal on the Death Knight. It's just like you're going in, just doing massive damage, just gripping, just interrupting, all sorts of stuff. It does help to know your CC, but I mean, I don't know. I'm with you, Gears. My thing is, they say, oh, well, we want to put this in our AI. Well, the reason why we have add-ons is because their AI has not been sufficient. They take that ability away from us, and they just give us really crappy AI. Or UI, rather. You know, what are we going to do? You don't have recourse at that point to anything. And that's a problem. If you're in trouble. So, if they, like, the theory, to me, it sounds good, but, like, I don't trust them. I trust them more in raids than I do in PvP. PvP, I don't trust them to fix it. I expect them to make it worse. And that's the problem. So you have add-ons that kind of supplement that. So make it playable, because it's not otherwise. CD Manager has been a complete train wreck. Hurts confidence. Yeah, the cooldown. What is it that... it doesn't even show all the spells you need. I mean, it was horrible. Like, the thing's half-baked. And Gears, they said, they're like, yeah, everything's 96% complete is what they said. Like, they're saying, oh yeah, it's in a good place. And to me, that shows they're very much out of touch with everybody. So I'm nervous because, like, I'm not good enough. It's just gonna be rough, man. It's going to be rough. We'll see. We will see. We will see. Doesn't work. He's probably going to tell me to get rid of the shadow or something. Or lighten the shadow up. Guys, these are the projects I try to get done quickly. And so if you see me here, I'm not responding to chat as much, as because I'm trying to obviously get the painting done. Right now is just completely nuts. It's stunned. DRE said if they limit the visibility, that kind of sucks for them, but good for everyone else. RMP is way too powerful anyway. So QFX, here's what I've noticed, and you might disagree with me, but see, people watch these popular streamers who do everything and they make it seem so easy. Most people can't play that way. I know Gears can, but I can't, and most people can't. And so their issues, what they're having is way up here that most people don't experience. Now, you and I, we can see it when we're just watching, but when you're playing the game, you miss these things, and you know, it's much harder. It's not as much of a problem, but they should not cripple them. They should redesign those classes if they don't want that to happen. They shouldn't take away the ability to see diminishing returns. They should redesign the classes. That's horrible game decision. Like, I can't, because you can't play your class without being able to CC. Otherwise I die. There's reasons why I'm not, like, you don't have, anyway, I should focus on painting, but I'm saying I have to kite. And if I can't do that, that's like a huge defense gone. Paris Black, Rublev has a great video about oil painting mediums, and I know you can call them with questions. They might be a good resource for you. Also, Williamsburg Painting Company is very knowledgeable with that stuff. And you can actually call them as well. I haven't heard of the single person using their cooldown manager. It's not good enough. The shadow is quite dark. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I end up taking, you know what? I think we take that out. I think we take that out. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take this out. There's no point in having it in. I'll take that shadow out. He'll like it. I'll say, I took the shadow out. That'll be a plus. That'll be a plus. I notice it. Make it more realistic without shadows. It's a good point, man. Painting, guys, painting. Rogue on my ass every 24 seconds, going complete nuts with it. Yeah. I mean, they can be oppressive, man, I'm telling you. It makes their dance reduce cooldowns so that they kind of have dance for 30 seconds. What about keeping a shadow? Just make it lighter, like you're bouncing more light up to soften it. I thought about that, and I think my client will like this better, to be honest with you, but I know what you're saying, like have it more like a little bit more ambient light shooting up into it. Yeah, that's the other way I would do it. I think this, we'll see how this looks. If I can always put the shadow back in. All right, because unlike Arena, painting, I'm pretty good at correcting my mistakes, fixing it. No, we might not be able to tell yet here. See, to me, I think that looks a little bit better because I was even hesitant about having this. You see this, you know, but I need to do something to separate. Guys, again, look, this is the picture. If y'all haven't seen it, this is the picture we're going off of right here, that one. That's it. It's horrible. That's it. You're good at doing so you can explain painting to me. You like the shadow? I did too. But you know my client's not going to want that. He'd have me take it out. He had me take trees out the last time. Who takes trees out? What kind of monster does that? That monster had me take the trees out. He did. It was like all these trees that were coming up on the side of the painting. It was framing the work of the last painting that I did, and it pushed the house out. Compositionally, it worked. He had me take him out, all of them. I spent so much time. It's like, oh. It's pretty funny, actually. Y'all know this is what he wants. Y'all know as good as I do at this point what my client wants. What my client. It's true. I like him. I just don't like his taste. That's all. That's why I'm trying to get this thing done. I'm telling you. It's killing me. Killing me. I had a friend who would always be like, "You're killing me." Murdered the shadows. Or the trees, yeah. Take him to a classical museum. You could probably figure it out pretty quick if you wanted to. He hates detailed grass too, as I recall. Yeah. Made me mow the lawn in the painting. Some people improve fast because they got the right mindset. I can't visualize pictures in my head. Everything in there looks pretty abstract art. Like, looks like abstract art. Everything is arena match. And Fantasia? That poem art are you using looked like me. Hey, Gears. Get QFX to play because he talks too much about this stuff. He just needs to get it out of his system. Hey! Client. I need to take this one. Hello? How are you doing? So the funny thing about that conversation was, he asked if there's anything to see. I said, not yet. I said, I'm working on the house. I said, he says, good. I just want to make sure blue skies, lots of clouds, all the things that we're talking about. I said, okay, I got it. It's funny because we're just talking about it. So it's funny. And I did get paint on myself just now, which I don't care. Eventually it comes out of clothes. Eventually it comes out. And if I want to take it out, this really gets it off. Irish Spring. Don't use turpentine on your clothes. Just use some Irish Spring or a bar of soap and just hand wash it out. It'll come out. Easy. Quick. Old fashioned. Every couple of bows that I use, Illidan's Bow, Legion Artifact, Dragonflight Mythic, and one from Whirlers of Draenor, I think. As he's checking his biceps out. I don't know, I got a couple different bows. Training. I made... Oh, by the way, I know there's this Warcraft discussion going on. I'm getting drawn into it. And I love Warcraft. But if y'all want, keep on talking about art. Like, draw me back into that, because I'm going where the chat goes. Okay? All right. I think it's possible, but I don't think I'm dedicated enough. I saw... You mean smart enough. I know what you're trying to say. And I agree, idiot. I saw someone use oil on their clothes to get it off. That's the worst thing you can do, because then oil messes your clothes up. I think I'm going to name my new hunter One Button King. Blue skies, lots of clouds, no details in the grass, no shadows, no trees. Right. Equals no sanity when it's over. But equals Lewis 8 food. This is what pays for the food on the plate. The roof over the head. Spam combat assist to rank 1. Wonder how that's gonna go. Gears, I'm nervous. I don't trust Blizzard to fix things. They're like, yeah, we definitely gotta make sure the game's much better. But we'll do that. Well, look, you guys don't need to fix it. Let us do this. That's what they're saying. Taking away the ability to correct their mistakes. When's that worked out? Okay, anyway. I'll leave that. No, I'm not going to leave that. It's horrible painting. Few effects. Freaking start an account already. What is wrong with you, man? I hear a litany of excuses. Oh, I don't want to pay Blizzard. I don't want to... You love their game. You love it more than I do. Unreal. Irish Spring has linseed oil, which pushes out the oil in the paint. That's why it works so well. Are you sure? All the food you need is in the woods. I spilled some black on my carpet. I used turp to get it off. Yeah. Make a new One Button Warrior with me. We'll KFC to Glad. Nice. I'm decent healer. I used to be a little bit better. When we were actually... I used to play it much more with Zerks. Now I just kind of play it casually with people. But it used to be when we first... The first time we got Rival was with Zerx on his warrior. And me healing him on my paladin. On my heroic paladin. Down some. Pull. Okay. I know I like the shadows better too, but I know he's not going to like that. I know he's not going to like it. So why do it? Why? Why would I do it? Lewis has to heal. It's listed on it, linseed oil. Honestly, I kind of want to play Marksman as Giga Juiced. Here's the thing. QFX, there's always going to be a something to counter it, and it's going to be frustrating for you. I'm just saying. It's always how it is. Like, look at it's going to be Giga Juiced against a mage, and they are strong. But you watch these rank ones, I'm telling you, man, it's easier, it's harder to do. These guys make it look easy. Like, players like myself make it look easy, but people like you can't do it. Does that work? Nope. I just use... Shut up! I use more than one button. Okay? I do. But today he can spam combat assist for perfect heal. Didn't know Hunter had a counter. They do! Yeah. Honestly, Hunter isn't that great at high ratings. There are 1,800 kings though. Yeah, that's especially... It's horrible. That's why we can't pass... Well, we got to 19. But it was so difficult to get there because of them. Every time we get up to 1850, 1860, 70, and then it's just all hunters, and you have to figure out how to beat them on a mage. It's impossible. Enough time to bust out the bounty paper towel. Yeah. Yeah. Mark Boges has a trick where he uses bounty to get the lattice work, and he like... I think what was it? He paints. It's like he paints. I think it was he paints black down, and then he paints white over it, and then presses paper towel over it, and then pulls it off, and it makes a paper towel mark that makes perfect lattice work. It's the most amazing thing that I've ever seen in paint. He's like, my old bounty trick, and I was like, I'm looking at painting all wrong. It was amazing what he does. You know? Kind of like me in Arena. I saw some 220 or something. One second, let me fix this. You guys are such nerds. Totally not interested in your conversation. Darken this a little bit. There we go, that should do it. There we go. That's fine. Okay. Who brings a dagger to a zoo fight? Wait, I saw some 2202's gameplay and literally everyone was hugging Pillar to death. How is that even fun for them? Against the hunters? Yeah, it depends on who they are though. That's what happens to me when I play against them on my mage. But when I was on my Death Knight, I was really doing a lot of damage to them. It wasn't as nearly as hard. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Have you guys ever heard of Gyutaku? They make prints with fish somehow? No. It's crazy. It's pretty cool though. Never heard of that. Gyutaku. Ah. Yeah. Okay. And do something, a little something, something. So what we're doing, trying to just, I'm not really trying to model anything. I'm just trying to design the value range a little bit here because, again, let me show you the picture that we're working with. This is the picture. So in the picture, it's like different season, everything's flat. But to get this to pop, what I'm going to do is, give me a second, let me get this back to normal speed here. What is that? Okay. Anyway. Stupid camera. Come on. A sec. There you go. Okay. I just want to establish a value range here, and then I can sculpt this part later on. So the tree line, you can't see it, but it's kind of going off this way. But the other thing is, that I think there might be a tree here, but if there is, I might have it coming up kind of on the side, like, you know, like this, but further up that way. But I'm trying to establish a value range with that, with the house and everything. Let's go in, and I'm going to put this roof on really quick. And I'll catch up on chat. I'll catch up on the arena talk. And give my rank 1 opinions. My rank 1 from Antarctica. There, and then let's put that roof line in, or the gutter line rather. Something like that. Okay. Got that. This I'll let dry and go back into it. I can still work up top here and fix some of that stuff. I might move the camera up some. This doesn't look correct because it's not. Let me bring this down. So this does not look right. Wait a second. That's because I have not put this one piece in. Life. Here we go. Should do it. That's the right value. Is that it? It's a little bit better. Leave that there. This, fix that up top. It's the same value. So it can be bigger. Have you guys ever heard of this? Since you're rank 1, what is it? They put ink on fish and use it to make principal fish. It's cool. It's cool that they divide into different specs for rank 1. At least I think specs. Guys, Okay. Guys, give me a second. I heard like a really loud bang. I'm gonna go check. Give me 1 second. I'll be like back in like 30 seconds. Give me just hold on. I'll have my mic with me for as long as it lasts. It's gonna go to the front door really quick. It's like a really loud bang. Hey, what's up? Great. What you got there?
I'm taking pictures on the street because they always look better.
Yeah, there you go. Good. Good. Just checking out. Sure. Oh, it doesn't. No.
I love the space.
Yeah. Awesome. Streaming.
Oh.
All right. All right. It's nothing. It is nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. Must have been my imagination. Okay. Really, what I could do at this point, really wanted to, which I don't yet. Oh, I need a light in that. You know what? I'll do that later. No! I can work on some of that right now. I forgot to bring the light into the windowsill. Imagine it's a murder and we catch them live on stream. Lewis has girls over again. They actually are all running in his door for his rank. Rank 1, get all the hot chicks. I did a post like that once. I remember it was like, you know, I haven't gotten rank 1, like, you know, it's great and all, but like after a while, getting all the hot chicks and all the recognition in WoW gets old. We need something new to keep us engaged. That was my post in like the arena forums. Everybody's like, who is this guy? There we go. Okay, back up here. Who is this guy? It's like a murder scene. I solve it, come back in, and then solve the problem of my painting that I made. So I just give them the painting like this. I'm like, it's done. It doesn't look, it's done. That's all I got. Sorry. Done. I'm like wearing only one shoe. Glasses are on. Like, forgot who it was. It's like, it's been proven that people who wear glasses are more trusted, but they're less trusted if they wear their glasses like this. Forgot who it was or something. It was pretty funny. Okay, back to it. Back. Would it be an honor to shake your hand, sir? Sir, I need to be one of the greatest mages that ever. Get the hammer? What are you talking about? They actually would have rang the door for his ring. And the blood splatter all over the walls in the shape of Jesus, and that's how you know your painting will be. That was good. You have good ones. Bakari does have, like, just the goofy, stupid ass humor that I'll come back to later, and it just cracks me up. Like I've said it every stream. Like when I saw the thing with the 90-year-old man who's like an orphan. He considers himself an orphan because he doesn't have his parents around anymore. Something about that just kills me. It's like, like what the hell? Okay. Well, it's so distracting. I don't know why. I mentioned that every stream. Every stream. Every stream. Splatters in the shape of Jesus, and that's when you know you're gonna be okay. This is the dumbest. Where do you come up with this stuff, man? It's always like you see Jesus in the cereal bowl and all that stuff. I don't want to undermine a miracle, but it does get, you know, gets pretty funny. You gotta laugh at stuff. It was a miracle. It's one of those things you're afraid to laugh at some of that stuff because you'd see yourself at the day of judgment and Jesus is saying there like, was it worth it? You're like, was that joke worth it? Making that joke, you're like, well, it seemed like it was worth it at the time, but not right now. It's worth the roof up. Lewis! When things don't go his way, take the wheel, Jesus, please. Yeah, take the wheel. You gotta take the wheel. Oh, that's wrong. So obviously wrong. Thank you, Gears. Get him going because I'm sick of him talking and never doing anything. Block, Jesus, block. I'm waiting for that summer sale, bruh. Oh, okay, Gears. He says summer sale, and we're going to hold him to that, because what's going to happen, this is what he'll do. That's a lot of time for him to rationalize out of it, to find some little thing as an excuse to not do it. And the only reason why I don't push people to do this, except for him, because all he does is talk about Arena. Which I love Arena. Yeah, I can DK. You don't want me on my mage. I hit rival on the DK. You have healed before. I have actually. I did too, and it's asked. It's fun with good DPS, sucks with shitters. But well, you get with the one button on his DK and it'll be fine. Double his damage. Shut up! You should wait until Black Friday. It's too far away. Yeah, I do know you, man, and I know you're going to be making excuses. You're going to come up with something else. It's going to be some little thing that's going to be just retarded, and you'll be citing that as the reason why you don't play. It'll be like, well, they just said this, it pissed me off. And if you do the math, you know, this is really not worth it, blah, blah, blah. And I'd rather get on a private server and, you know, just mess with them there. I don't want to give Blizzard my money. I mean, yeah, the game's good, but this is wrong in it because this is what you've done. And guess what? I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Just play the game. Relax. Play the game so then you hate it as much as I do. Why? Does that work? No. The music's very suiting for this painting. Just say that. Dun, 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 dun. There's this thing with Alizarin Crimson not been light fast made you choose another color instead. No, it made me give up and not care. And so I'm just going to go back to it and let time screw me. That's what I'm going to do. But I have been using it less, honestly, recently. Should just buy it for him. I'm not going to buy it for him. Because then what he'll do, he'll be like, you know, I got the sub and everything, but I'm not going to pay for the next month. And to be honest with you, I don't want to give them the metrics because I disagree with A, B, C, D, and then all the way through the alphabet twice. I'm not going to pay for him with that stuff. You see what I have to do to earn my money. This isn't going towards a QFX sub. I'm trying to weed out his excuses. If I don't talk WoW, you're going to talk about paint or what? I do talk about paint. You can't have paint talk on a painting stream. This is the cheapest shit on the internet. Now that's out of the way. Shut up! What, you do or I do? Let me take away this picture. It's blocking half the house. Oh, bitch, goodbye. Dance for me, Derek. Dance, you're a monkey. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go in and soften the shadow in the roof just a little bit. It's going to be extremely easy. That's the wrong brush. No, that was the right brush, but I went into the wrong darkness shadow area with it. So I'm going to go in just ever so slightly. Y'all want to see a really cool move? Watch. Soften. Soften shadow shape. Wow, he's so good. I wish I could do that. Oh, look at that. I messed it up. Go back in. Darker shadow. Shape the drawing. Going in. We're gonna rake downwards. Downward stroke. Rake. Oh, he's so good. Look how good he is. Oh, she's so good. He makes it look so easy. Tried for ages to do what he's doing. But just can't seem to get it. I guess he's so smart. He's good at arena and everything, even though we talk shit about it. Here we go, that's good. And then I need to fix the upper roof. The roof. Here we go. Oh my gosh. This window's on the wrong place, look! Dang it! Or is it? Because now what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend the wall out just a little bit. That's what we're going to do. Wall extension, we can do that. Big brain, no problem. No problem. Let's just bring this out some, shall we? Yes, yes. Oh, he's so good. Look at him. Look how good he is. Break the paint. Boom. Just a little bit more. Oh gosh. Boom! We did it! It's slightly off. I don't care. If that's actually accurate. How did my brush go through this? Doesn't make any sense. Where are we at? Tell us about rosemary brushes and how we should join the cult. You and your rosemary brushes are a cult thing. I got some of these off Rosemary & Co, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Actually, these are off Dick Blick or Jerry's Artorama. It's one of them. Paint is nice, could use some shadows. I know. I want to try rosemary so bad. My expectations are high. Darken it up. To have them tell you to remove it all. Right? Just slip the client a Mickey and take the money. Probably kill him at this point. Ooh, good job, Up for Chair. Proud of you. Seinfeld is the least funny Seinfeld character. Yeah, he has his moments, but I agree. I agree. So if this gig doesn't pan out, can I work for you? I'll clean your brushes. Yes, because you can clean my brushes. He's good at painting, but a god in the arena. At least the 1500 brag. Shut up! Stupid season is so inflated. I don't think you can even start at 15 anymore. I think it's like 1800 starting MMR now. That's for you. I queued my hunter for the first time this season, and every game we played was 2.1. See, Zerx and I are stuck at like 1800. 1819. Shuffle is like 1950. That's the MMR he's talking about, right? But the rating is actually, I think, different. I would be fixing that straight line until the left side is just completely covered in wall. Whoever actually used DaVinci brushes, I think they're German. They're old. Yeah. Okay. I need to bring this part out just a little bit. Tired, guys. Excuse me. It's 3 o'clock. Okay. We're actually making some good time. So I might work on the roof, the upper, up here. Okay. Now, let's go up to that roof. Whoops. People get into a flow state of zone. Do you think that's actually something everyone experiences, or do you think it's just bipolar people getting into the mania? Or I don't know. Lube? Brushes just to get dirty. have you lubed them too much? The old lube technique. Okay, let's see this. You guys ready for this? Look at that blue. No. Let's have it zoom out. We'll zoom out some. So this doesn't blind y'all. Changing the camera lens. 1 second. Only take a second here. No, no. Buffer chair, I didn't. This is a balance palette. So like, if y'all can see underneath. Anyway, there's a slab of wood here. Let's see if you can see. Might be able to see it some. See, it's a little bit darker at the top, but this piece here, it's going around. So it's weighted. Yeah, it's not 2x4, no. The weighted palette. I can tell when I'm getting into that state if it's just hypnotic state or something people normally experience when painting. You're just in the zone. I don't know. You're trying to break it down, which is good. Yep, it's a trick from the 90s. It will dry pimples out fast. Toothpaste it. And some toothpaste to shave. Toothpaste? What, you put toothpaste on pimples? It dries it out? I was naming one of my kids Blue, but I was overruled. You were defeated. Some kind of juice. Fancy camera. That bipolar order is tough. Until I watched my streams back and realized things were not going as fast as I thought. I know mine goes slow. In fact, I debated streaming because of this for a long time. It's the juiciest painting you've ever bought. It's the oil painting you've ever... What's the juiciest oil paint you've ever bought? Better than having two splits. I like Rublev, but I'm a Michael Harding's guy, but the last white was awful. It was all crusted. I should have returned it, but I didn't, so I lost a lot of money. Lith knows what that's like. Right arm is way bigger than the left for some reason. He advanced to a left-hander for that matter. Right hand is for the mouse. Toothpaste on pimples, and it's an old school trick. It works. I wish I knew that in high school. Okay. I wish I knew that in high school. What am I mixing? I am mixing the colors for the chimney at the top. Needs to thicken up some too, actually. It's not the right shape. I like how you just kept on asking. Don't get acne. Stop it. Just burn it out like a real man. Cut it out with a knife. I went through Retin-A, and it would sunburn me whenever I went outside in the winter, because it makes your skin sensitive. It was horrible. Dries your skin out. You know what worked? You know what got it away? Was cleaning my face with a washcloth at night and not overdoing it. Like, you can do it in the morning, but lightly, and then at night scrub it. You know, like, make sure, and that's and not touching your face, and that's what got rid of all, because the dirt, it got the dirt and grime out of my face. And that's when my acne cleared up. All at the tender age of 40. It probably cleared up around 1920. But that's what did it. Space rocket. Pimples are a good way to stay single during the teenage years and adult years for some of us. Well, I'll also do that trick. Yeah, once you sub, you'll immediately get about 20 pimples. Sunscreen? Yeah, but then the sunscreen oils make you break out, so it just cancels everything out. Then you have all these chemicals on your face. Damn hormones, right? It's like full grease mode. Okay. Note to self, wrong freaking color. Note to self, I cannot see past the trees. Hi. This is too dark, probably. Yep. We'll go in between the two. So. Lighten it up. And then go to the chroma just a little bit. A little bit of the texture in if we can. It's not bad. Soften that edge. Brick! Something I never heard in basketball. Put it in with the sky. Gina. You're hearing from menopause. All those pimple products are a waste of money and designed to make your face worse by drying it out or being just an antibiotic, which has nothing to do with pimples. That South Park Wow episode was so good. Yeah, it was. It was funny. I actually have that sword too that was in it. The sword of 1,000 truths. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. If I eat chocolate, of course it's bad. Chocolate face explodes like a 13-year-old going into puberty, so don't buy me chocolates for Christmas. No chocolate? What's left to live for? What? Chocolate's the first thing I eat every morning when I wake up. I know, life success. Life sucks. Paintings of people with huge feet and tiny arms. Hobbits? I can't have regular chocolate either. I'm intolerant to it. Of course you are. You have all these little weird things with you, Sharimia. You malfunction. You have a strange ecosystem. Effects, don't even bring that thing up. I'm taking a break from it. How do you attach that small cup to your palette super glue? It has a clamp on it right here. Thanks, man, for the brick comment, Shikari. Now it's not a hell house anymore. Always go to the chroma. So those fireplace stacks must take a fortune to maintain. Not just a little bit. If you got to deep freeze out, you're not going to pump one lance. Talking about deep freeze isn't around anymore, you know. They probably draw sticks. Okay, it looks like little Timmy has to climb up the fireplace again. I've beaten a lot of them though. I've been sitting here gaining weight, growing this ass. Good. Probably need to gain some. I'm assuming. I don't know. It's hilarious when people say they eat dark chocolate or drink wine for their health. I do. I literally do. It's the first thing I eat when I wake up in the morning is dark chocolate. Primarily because of the caffeine. Must be nice to have a palette, an easel, and palette knives. Why don't you get them? You just sit there and complain about how you don't have them. It's not like you can't get them. You're not paying for a house. It's actually, it still needs to thicken up some. Fact, and that's too purple. I need to get some cerulean on here. And a lot at that. Yeah, there's caffeine in chocolate. There is. So I take it before I work out in the morning. I work out first thing. So I'll take the, I'll eat some dark chocolate and then drink like a lot of water. Go work out. That's what I do. First thing every morning. It's back in mop, yeah, deep freezes. More cushion for the pillowcase. It's okay, I can paint with my fingers. That seems goated anyway. It's the dumbest thing you can possibly do. Where are you lubing it? I can scoop more lube off with my hands than I can with the brush. There's a caffeine in chocolate. People work out every morning. What's wrong with you? I do a solid workout Monday through Thursday, and then Fridays I just do light one where I'm just moving around doing stuff, just correctives, and then Saturday and Sunday I take off. But I took last week off because you want to take a week off every now and then. But it didn't feel like it because I'm always carrying my dad everywhere. So I didn't feel any different. I'm tired at the end of the day, man. Most of the time when I play, I don't feel like playing. But I always get into it. Always get into it later on. Yeah, I always get into it. But it is rough, man. So I've told Gears this. I said I think he's been playing so long and he forgets how it is for the average player because he's not an average player. And so like I said, like watching streams and stuff, there's nothing wrong with watching streams. Those guys are like awesome. But not everybody's like that. See, they're always winning against somebody. It is rough. Oof. Let me actually widen the chimney just a little bit. They're always winning against somebody. They're very good. Now, I mean, yeah, that's how it is. We lose. We go on losing streaks. Like, that's just how it is. One of those guys at the gym gets on the treadmill, screams and groans, and runs like he's getting chased by them. No, I love seeing people like that, though. Kissing his triceps. So all these things that you're talking about, I've seen. It's a funny thing, like over in Italy, especially the guys like stare at themselves in the mirror and like are doing this, like checking their ass out. Stuff that you would make a skit on is actually happening before you in real life. It's great. He forgets to be human. My workout in the morning is climbing the stairs too. I mean, he's only 2.6K, slightly better than a fresh starter. I'm just saying it's tough. It's a little bit closer, it comes out just a little more at the top. The bottom looks good. Top isn't quite there. There we go. All right. Let's put the texture in. Fine. Fine. Do you eat dessert for breakfast in Italy? No. Pillar hugging Shin-Twos looks really anti-fun. Really men having coffee, real men have coffee and cigarette for breakfast. Cigarette, yeah, cigarettes with a C, cigarette. I'm average at best nowadays. I've lost the juice. I'm weak. The desert is not the denial. The Nile on a river. The old saying is denial. Oh, denial on a river. Cigarette. See, there you go. Grasshopper. Grasshopper's like cigarette. This looks a lot further along. Thanks, Grasshopper. Thank you. Yeah, I've been working on it. Bro's luring me back into the KFC when he's weak. What the hell? I thought I could scam an easy Glad. Glad would be hard, I think. Confess my English and Dutch. Confuse my English and Dutch. I wish I could speak Dutch. Sounds like a cool language. No sprechen Sie Deutsch. I don't know where that's from. Okay. Let's do it. Is that more? Cigarette. Very classy. Get a hello before you get killed. So Zerx and I got on our rogues last night and ran into AVM at the very end, and Miso stayed in, like, we killed Miso in the field, and then after that he ran into the cave and started flaring the entrance and had all his friends like come back and help him, and they end up losing the match. I have screenshots and a video and everything for it. It's really funny. I'm sitting on so much stuff. If he releases some hit piece on us, he's gonna get like, his world's gonna cave in. Trust me. It's really funny. If you add some strings to the penis, you say it's a kite, just like that. KC4. I don't usually kill people I recognize when they're getting zerged unless I'm zoned out. I always try to find interesting fights around the map instead of going with the team fight, unless it's against a pre-made and it's strategic. So one of the most fun games I had actually with Gears was fighting BSG. It was a long time ago, and Gears was with us, and we end up beating BSG. Because Gears was making some solid calls, but it was like before RR had done what they did, and it was fun. We had a good time. It looks like a tampon, does it? Now it needs some period blood. I'm not putting that on it. This is going to come in, like, if I listen to... Zerx, however, gives extra tea bags when he recognizes people. He teabagged me for 10 minutes even after I died. Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. Gears, I told you what we did to this one hunter, right? I think I did. I think you'll like this story. Damn thing is one of the dude's tampons that doesn't unfold properly. So like, there was this one hunter in AV, and he starts by attacking me, and I was gonna be okay, but like I sheeped him, and then Zerx came up out of nowhere and cycloned him out of the sheep. No, that was in a twos game, which that was the funniest game. And in fact, I have that on tape. This is something else. So anyway, so he goes up and cyclones this guy. And by the time the cyclone's off, like, you know, we're just like rooting him. We're teabagging him in CC'd. We kept him CC'd for 2 minutes. So he went from like fighting us to like, oh yeah, I have a chance, and like, I'll just do this, do that. He went to that to just like being in a complete panic. And whatever direction he was facing when he came out of the CC, he ran in. So he went up around like in a horseshoe around Field of Strife. It was the funniest thing. And we had him CC'd for like 2 or 3 minutes, and we're just teabagging him, and he was trying to run and escape until finally like one of the enemies came and fought us, and we ended up killing them and then teabagging and flagging. It was horrible. This hunter, wonder who he was. Title of this piece, Aunt Flo's house. Good one. All right, this needs a little bit. Anyway, it was fun. It was pretty funny. Trying to fix the geometry in this. There. Never teabag, just sit. Crockett, what's up? They're ladylike only when they are actively watching. We got all the nerds in here today. I love it. Soften that edge. Boom! Softened. It's a nice corner. It's looking okay. I'll work this up once it dries. It just needs to layer up, and then I'll go over this. Let's go back up here. Need to straighten this out a little bit more. It's still not cracked. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. Whatever. I'm so over it. So over it. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn how to correct that mistake and to blame somebody else for it. Every mistake. Boom! That's how I do it! So, up. And resist lightning. Boom! It's a chimney. Chimney, it's an ultra red chimney. Chimney. Can you show the original pic real quick? Sure. Good old face sitting. What did I miss? Oh yeah, teabagging. Is that titanium white with ivory black? It's Kremnitz white and ivory black. Or more exotic mixture. I can see why the client didn't want any this is too. Just gotta add the gutters and down spouts now. Fix the trees. Happy little mistakes. Is that just one nut hair, or is it like a balloon on a shirt? Is that a dick balloon or Dr. Evil's spaceship? My other personality did that. It's a tampon. I think there's supposed to be trees. Where's our reference picture so we can find the differences? The trees are covering half this house. It's a different color, different light, and the trees are covering everything that I need to see. Girls don't want thick arms. Like, they don't want thick arms on themselves, right? I was sure that far left window on the second story must be in the wrong place, but I guess not. We're talking about this one because this juts out some. You know what? Honestly, it is in the wrong place. This should be like up here, so. Second story on the left. Yeah, I took the shadows out because I didn't think my client would want it. Do you like them guns though? Sure that the left one is. The second story on the left needs more shadows. It's a spaceship with seating for two. Back and forth over that for a while. The shadows, yeah. It's the back of a duck with huge buns. It's so stupid, man. The line is the water. Back of the duck with huge buns. Such a gentle touch when he paints. The shadows show more gentleness when it comes to pumping out. This is the stupidest stuff. Look, just ask Gears. Twos is hard. Twos is very hard right now. I know he was talking about, oh, I got 2K easily. I went to the bathroom and I took a shit and then all of a sudden I came out, it was 2K. I get that. But ask him, it is hard. It's not easy. Bro, hard stuck, 1500. A gentle woman's touch. Jonas, what's up, man? My name is Jonas. Dun 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 dun. Whether it's easy or hard, choose is dumb. Your face is dumb, but you're right. It's like bragging about being the best dueler. What to you is respectable? What's respectable? Threes? You're gonna say threes. Best pet dueler. It is probably threes. Okay. 355. That lawn can use a bark sculpture. If I start getting commissions to do bark drawings, I'm just gonna... You know what? Bark drawings would be more fun than this. They really would. I'm not kidding. Gears took 5-minute break from maximizing his triceps and got 2.2K just like that. But it wasn't 2.6. But he got the gains. Right? Threes if you're into arena, but I'm not sure I'd pick any single game mode to pronounce somebody good. Every mode has its own thing. Very well said. Lots of good players suck at arena. Sell your bar to desperate art students who don't want to do the work. They get kicked out of school, not because they got caught, just because they're like, you did this wrong. His work is actually looking much better than it did before. Because I think he's doing a good job with it. Good idea, Shikari. Okay. Hey. And that was actually the board I just covered just now. Maybe? I don't know. Came to the realization that no one gives a shit about one's rating other than oneself, maybe your homies if you have any. Yeah. Stay with. People are so insane over that. Win-loss ratio in arenas, yeah. I mean, people pump 150-20 though. That's kind of nuts to me. Magnus. Yeah. Paladin, I think? Or is he a warrior? How do people just sleep 3 hours a night? I need at least 7 to be okay. I'm the same way, and I don't know. Biological. Some people actually just are set up to only sleep 4 hours. Man, I wish that was the case because it's just sleep is so inconvenient. Warrior 2 tunes, top 10 with that kind of win-loss. Oh, yeah. So we'll sleep either 5 to 6 hours or 15 for some reason. That's a pretty big swing. Liz doesn't sleep. He just waits like Chuck Norris. Yeah. Typically 8 hours. Boring, yeah. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, something like that. And then we need to let's work that area up some. With the music, it seems like House has some dark, dreadful past. Probably does. I can feel it. This thing is evil, as are all the houses that I paint. Then to the roof. Roof. But for chair, this one right here, there might have been a little bit of oil on it, but I didn't really need to put that much on because that's Rublev, which Rublev led white, so it was already like had, you know, I didn't really need to put any oil into it. So I don't think so. But I might have had a touch in it from just residual, you know, other, just like residual oil from other times that I had. The Wendy's dump. Yeah, like there's a Wendy's dumpster inside. Was Wendy's dumpster? Ah, QFX. That's where people achieve greatness. The other involved party is getting their donut spread. Very accurate description. Yeah. That's, well, our friend Jeff in Discord, you know, lives down in Peru, is always talking about how he needs to earn extra money. So that's how we think he earns the money. It's behind Wendy's dumpster for his art supplies. Some of these donuts, especially these donut specialty shops, have the most disgruntled workers. Good thing you don't buy donuts often. Donuts are like cake, but with a portion of cake removed in the middle, so that's good. That's a good one. It's less cake. The dream job to do what you love to do. Yeah, it is. You are correct about this. But I will find a way to complain about it and somehow, equate my life to the greatest suffering humanity has ever known. By nature, I will do this. And it will be impressive. Don't you have Frikandellen in Germany? You have Frikandellen, but those aren't sausages. Then what are they? The art of the sausage. Ask the Germans. What color was this? Donut spread. The wrong turns you have to make from the moment you wake up to that point in the day when your donut's getting spread, but you don't want it. You're like, how did I get myself in this position? The situation. Softened. Balls of meat. That's good. That's what sausages are, though, isn't it? Except they're balls. They're not in like schlong form. It's good. I'm also find good apple strudels. You could always sell foot pictures, said the donut. I thought about a salad hunter name like Dumpster Call or something like that, but back to Wendy's is solid. Hopefully that's like not too many characters. Back to Wendy's. Watch the Wendy's won't sue you. They're not gonna do that. Yeah. QFX loses his WoW sub because we get sued by Wendy's. Of all the things they have to make money off of, they go after QFX and his WoW sub. Damn it! I can't catch a break. He's just putting the finishing touches on his lube painting when he gets a letter in the mail from Wendy's. Cease and desist. I'm trying to do a detailed piece right now. I can't really do it. There we go. Cease and desist. Wendy's dumpster was 2 letters too long, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't think, is Wendy's spelled D-I-E-S or is it D-Y apostrophe S? But it's probably D-I-E-S. I know that should be plural, or that should be it, but no, I'm really good at Wendy's. Just for the record. And that old coffee commercial says, celebrate the moments of your life. Ah. Let's fix that angle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Getting paint on myself. See, it happens. Why? Because this is dirty. So normally I'm cleaning it out. I haven't gone back. This is what happens when I get paint on myself. A lot of people will continue painting. I stop. Clean everything up. And then get back to it. Yeah, Richard, you're right. Wendy's, W-E-N-D-Y apostrophe S. That looks right. Yeah. Dumpster milk was another. They're pretty good, man. Sorry, I can't play today getting sued by Wendy's again. That old coffee commercial says just a Wendy's. This painting is really some substances. Wendy's. I saw there was some American decaf coffee commercial with a woman who said, "My favorite time of the day is night." That's so funny to me for no reason. You have to sing it with a soft and gentle tone. Celebrate the moments. Wait, celebrate the moments of your life. I don't know that tune though. Celebrate the moments of your life. You ever do that PvE stuff where you have to clear a whole solo dungeon or you can't die, then fail at boss and don't ever want to do it again? I've done that before, yeah. Well, I'm sure I have. When I said that, then I was trying to think of a time when that happened, and I can't. Probably because I've repressed it. Let me paint that in really quick. Is that all the way down? What game are you guys talking about? They're talking about World of Warcraft. Some dude I watched made it to Thrall and got whooped in one shot. Just wasted time. He got whooped. I mean, you can res though, right? You can res back up. Can't you? Or can you not? Or can you not you? I've had friends, rightfully so, come up to me here and say, good stream, but you have got to stop talking about Warcraft. And my response is, it's not my fault. So always blame somebody else. Bullshit. You can't res, you have this value of something that you can't go a certain amount to. I think it might increase the damage you take. Oh, right now? Yeah. Yeah, okay. He still gets credit for it, but he just didn't beat like the final boss. I can't help but notice something is off about this painting. It's missing a... Yeah. Horrific Visions must have been thought up by some salty, bitter dev who wanted to punish players for all the forum QQ. I told you, Lewis. Right? Why does having two values make something look more realistic? Did I stumble upon how to bargain? Having two values? Contrast? I don't know. The illusion of reality? Who knows? Could be anything. Salty devs. Ah. I need an insanity meter for me when I'm painting houses. Why I accept these commissions? Actually, I do know because they support me. I think because of your brain finishes, the missing value says it looks realistic. If I'm understanding your question correctly, maybe it works for your arm. Don't know if there's enough values for that though. The brain does fill in a lot of missing detail. You don't always need to detail everything. Unless your client wants it. Oops. I wonder if that's because it's so weird how 3D it looks. Just two values. Since Disney took over? Yeah. Who knows what they're doing? I'm always afraid to watch new shows like The Ring because of that stuff. Because they always screw everything up now. So I'm not even trying new things because I'm afraid that it's just going to be a waste of time. Maybe that's not the right attitude to have, but they did this to me. So like, you see how if I don't want to paint the sky in, I can kind of thin this part out, kind of where it connects a little bit, or just keep the sky thin in general, and that way it'll be easier to work in and paint on it the next day or whenever. All those roles were written by money-hungry men, and it shows. I like that response. Is the right attitude to have. Lower your sky and cloud tips, Lewith. Whatever I do here, don't do. That's my tip. I'll give you some tips. I'll give you a tip. I think that's what I liked about the response so much. Wait. I was just watching this podcast you did on that Vanshika channel where you said how you love being an artist, and I think about how you always say you hate what you have to paint on the stream. I remember that. That was really nice of her to do that podcast. That was really cool. Yeah. Stand up. There. And all right, so the cloud tips or the sky tips. Oftentimes, like in the distance down here, it can be less saturated. But also in the sky, you're not just going to have blue and white. You're going to have some oranges and reds and all sorts of color into it. So you want the field color, say it's blue, but I don't want to saturate this brush. I'll do it for you. Here, I'll show you. I'll get another brush. Here, do this one. So, buffer chair. We're going in. This blue right here, take some of this. And if I'm doing what I want to do, which I'm not going to, but take some of this, and then I'm going to add a little bit of orange into it, right? And we're just going to do some color variations with it. So orange, and then maybe just a touch of red. Something like that. And so like you can have that kind of up in the sky around here if it's too dark. Come in here with the lighting it up some, but we can also kind of work that in some, and you can't really tell at this point yet if I go in and add, because I've lost the field color with it and everything's so saturated. But you see, like, we can get different variations of color in there, and I would just keep on going back to the color and just doing subtle variants of the field color in there, right? Like going in and just like adding some color here and there in the sky. But you can do predominantly blue. There's nothing wrong with really trying to saturate it some either, right? But like especially like up in the clouds, like so doing stuff like this. Now it looks like a smudge from like compared to all this other blue, but like you want to have variations of color, and then you want to also like for the clouds you want to have form. So if you're going in with the clouds, like this would actually be good for the clouds here, because the clouds, if you look at clouds, oftentimes will have like color in them, you know? They'll be like a little bit, you know, they'll have the oranges and stuff, and you can just do it subtly. It doesn't need to be so much, but you want to be like subtly, kind of like I did here. It's the same concept, right? It's just getting away with, you know, like subtle color shifts and this and that. You come in here and just like squint down and whisk things away and do a combination of sharps and softs and stuff with your work. But you don't want to over blend it. Like you want it to be blended in, but you don't want it like blended in all the same, right? So like, say the tops of the clouds might have some sharps and then softs, you know, coming into it and whatever. And then the bottom might be a little bit more wispy, but oftentimes under here there's a little bit more blue or whatever. But I would just like go back and forth and kind of like, so see, I kind of made that soft edge there. And if I want to shape it, right, I can kind of go in, point in like this and get some sharp pieces coming in like that. Make it a little bit sharp and, you know, vary it and such. Shape the cloud that way. I don't know, there's a lot to it. But normally it's going to be like more saturated up around like here, you know, around this area, and like less so down here. You can get some atmospheric effects going with it. So I'll just take some of this paint off. Yeah, that's the idea behind it. But because you don't want it like swimming in blue like this, but that's just what my client wants, so I have to do it. We're going to go with blue brush into the bricks. Check this out. Skin tone. All right. Time to start cleaning up. Gotta clean, gotta clean. I'll leave the stream on as I clean. As I clean. Got some good work done. Very good work done today. Oh wait, let me just fix the chimney really quick. I forgot, I meant to bring this. It needs to work into the roof better than it is. I want to get this done right now. That's it, and then just a little bit on the other side. And lighten it up just a little bit. A little bit more. Fine, fine. It's fine. That works. That works. It works. Yes, yes. It's flying. Time to stop. Time to stop. This is a sign language for time to stop. Apparently. Time to stop. When we're drawing penises with hands on stream. We are done. Done for the day. Will this painting be done? We are not sure when it's going to be done, but it will be one day. The key is to kill the painting before the painting kills you. That is key. Life. It's an artist. An artist. Yes, yes. Yes. All right. Passion project. Yeah, Richard, I will. I'll do that stuff. There will be time for me to do it. I need to get this stuff done first. Let that subtle balloon dick. Very gentle, curly nut. Slodkey, is that when you joined? Sorry. Miss the humor. I struggle with reflection of color. Some material picks up a lot of color from the surroundings and some don't. Yeah, it's just practice, that stuff. I'll catch, like, I'm behind in the chat, guys. Sorry. I'll try to catch up really quick. Oh, man. Just generally like watching people paint. I guess that's also how I got this channel recommended. I just find it relaxing. I'm glad you do, Rom. Adding some paleness must be some WoW players. Looks a bit like those nuts were dipped in chocolate. Coconuts. Choconuts? Teenagers love saying bananas and nuts. Yeah, it was a facial curry. No, he wasn't shooting some stuff. The hand motion looked like you were massaging a butte. That's a good point, yeah. It's like super bad levels of phallic drawings. And that's actually, I layered it up. I meant to scrape it off last week and then I forgot and it dried, and so I'm just layering it now. Imagine the client's just casually coming over as a surprise. Oh, he did ask. He said, "Is there anything to see?" And I looked at the painting and it had the penis on it. I was like, no. Yeah. Can you ask some people to please not sleep every now and then? Gets lonely at the early hours. I don't know how you're always up, man. It's insane. You're always awake. In the morning, I wake up and I'll look at Disc, and then I'll see a message at like 1 a.m. and it's Buttfordshire saying, "Is anybody awake?" It's pretty funny, actually. Poor Buttfordshire. It's all lonely. The wee hours of the morning. Night. We got good work done. We worked. We got much work done today. Much was accomplished. We shed many tears and defeated our enemies. We overcame much, but it is not done. There's still more to go. Oh man, always running around. Oh, gosh. So many colors today. Honestly, my attitude should be better, and if it was, I'd probably be much further along. And, you know, you want to be positive, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you just don't have it in you. You just want to set it aflame. Set it aflame. It's over there. The wee hours. The wee hours. Should try to lift your spirits. Good job, son. Maybe time to stop advertising as a house painter and start advertising as a big booty boudoir painting. Right? Right? I couldn't even get creative with the title. It's a house oil painting. Just typing it in. Something inside me died. Might have been my creativity. Not a good thing when you're starting a stream as an artist. You need your creativity to thrive. But alas, it is dead. This painting killed it long ago. Long ago. Look at the sky. That cloud looks like it was farted out of my paintbrush. And there's a penis on it shooting through the sky with a smiley face. I start taking this serious. What's wrong with me? What's wrong? Face. Ugh. I just got paint all over myself. If Paris or I forget who asked me that is here, they should know that I have failed today to not get paint on myself. It happens. It does happen. The wee boudoir painter. Boudoir. Well, how will I get that out? Irish Spring soap. Irish Spring. Gears. Is the whole painting slanted to the left, or is it just the camera perspective? It's the camera. Yeah, because it's at an angle here. I can try to fix it for you. There we go. That's it. Got it. It's much better. It's all about the subtle details. And, you know, I pay attention to those things on stream. I go to great lengths to get everything right. It's all about the details, right? In tandem with the larger image. All right? The larger image. I just got to take everything into account. Life. Our spring is just rain 24/7. I was listening to a Michelangelo documentary, and I always tend to think that he was not rich, but on the contrary, he was banking according to the documentary, was rich and probably happy. I think he was pretty wealthy. I told him to this forever, the thing is uneven. F. Fixed. I fixed it for you. Now that 2.6K pumper tells him he might actually believe it. I think he's having a mental... No! I do believe it. QFX, but every time I tell you, it's the camera angle. It's literally to the side, and you see it with the perspective with this stuff much better. But I fixed it, you jackass. He's having a mental breakdown. My mental breakdown starts the moment that I wake up, and it doesn't end when I sleep. Let's just put it that way. It's a slow train wreck of a mental breakdown. You know what? It makes you tough. 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 Bitch. Slob the brushes. Slobbing. Alright. Guys, y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. I'll stream again this week. We're going to get this. I'm going to try to get this thing done as quickly as I can. For all of our good, okay? For all of our well-being, because this is insane. So, yeah. Ah, he was very troubled. All right, let's mark the price up. How it is, man. Troubled artists make all the bucks. Well, when people know they're troubled, maybe, I don't know. That is it, guys. All right. I'll see y'all later in the week. See you in disc. Be good. Be smart. All right? And never lose hope. Those are my parting words to all of you. All right? Be good. Be good. Shit out opinion, call it a day. Shit out opinion. This is so true. Later, guys.